What is up, everybody? I am the HvyMetalZombie. Welcome to the first video of my newest channel, Last Minute Productions. As you can see, I got a pretty nice setup this time. No fucking around. It's all serious here. So let's get to it. Welcome to my first video, which is, as you can see, my Wrestlemania 29 predictions. Now, bear in mind, this was filmed before I watched the April 1st Monday Night Raw. So these predictions aren't taking into consideration the final go-home show before WrestleMania 29 itself. So, I don't have every up-to-date aspect, I guess you could say, but I know all the matches, or at least I think I do. So, let's get to it. First of all, we have, let's start with what I say is going to be, alright, no, I'm sorry. Let's go from, in my opinion, least to greatest in scale. So first off, we have the newly formed tag team of Brodus Clay and Tensai, Sweet Tea, Tons of Funk. They will be teaming with Funkadactyls to go against Team Rhodes Scullers and the recently returned Bella Twins. What do you say here? I mean, I hope Team Rhodes Scholars wins. Not as much for the Bellas, but one, Cody Rhodes has had an amazing last few years. It's a shame that he's put into this match being held back. Him and Damien Sandow, actually, for that fact. But in any case, I'm just glad they're on the card. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I hope Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes have a great year. On a related note, though, I'm pretty freaking happy that Damien Sandow is actually on the card his debut year with the company. Well, returning year in the character with the company. Says a lot about his future, so I'm happy there. So I'm predicting Team Rhodes Scholars and the Bellas will pick up the win. Not sure how. I don't have much input. I don't see they could do too much with this match anyway, but nevertheless, I hope Team Rhodes Scholars picks up the victory. Moving on to the next match, we have Wade Barrett versus Miz. Wade Barrett will be putting up his Intercontinental Championship against the Miz at WrestleMania 29. Pretty happy for this match. It definitely feels thrown together, absolutely, but I've always been a big supporter of Wade Barrett. He's one of my very top favorites in the company. Not just right now, but I would actually say of all time, he's in my top. I don't know what number, but I love him. I love him to death, and I'm a little disappointed, but again, I'm just glad he made it on the card, especially after last year when after he got injured in that match leading up to WrestleMania, and he had the big feud with Orton that whole year. But anyways, I'm glad he's at least holding a title going into this event. Miz recently turned to a fan favorite, I believe, officially at Survivor Series when he teamed with Team Orton and actually eliminated Wade Barrett. I kind of saw that being the storyline going into this, not just the lame, the cop-out. We've never met in one-on-one combat, but it's whatever. Miz, a lot of people disagree. I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I'm loving the Miz as a fan favorite. He may be playing the same character, just all of a sudden being cheered. It works though. I mean, he's a great personality, great in-ring talent, great on-screen personality. He's a great ambassador to the WWE, and to me, I mean, what better way to expose yourself in that light than a fan favorite? I mean, it's great. It's great for the business, great for the Miz. My prediction for this match, I'm predicting that the Miz will take the victory and win the title. However, I don't want the Miz to win. As much as I like him, Wade Barrett, well, I don't think Wade Barrett should have the Intercontinental Championship at the same time. So maybe he should lose it. I don't know. I didn't think this match out too much. To be fair, they haven't given any of us much time to think it out. So, okay, let me put it this. I predict The Miz to take the victory and the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 29. Don't know how I feel about it. I think it's going to be a great match, though. I think they're going to put on one hell of a show. I see for sure The Miz getting his ass handed to him. Miz, maybe Ric Flair pulls, trick out of his sleeve and shows up for support of him. I don't know. That'd be cool to see. We'll find out. Moving on to the next match. Let's see what we got here. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Go. Sorry, I had to do it. But a lot of people are hating on this match. I think, if they play their cards right, and I haven't seen too much of Johnny Curtis, aka Fandango, since he returned, but I feel they could potentially steal the show. Just a thought. A lot of people are wanting to hate on the WWE and Fandango for putting Jericho in this match. But, look at it. If you really know wrestling, and if you really know Chris Jericho, his character, look at his return. Hell, look at his matches last year leading up to this event, against CM Punk. What's he done for the last year? What a great veteran should be, putting people over, the next line of superstar. He gave CM Punk a victory at last year's WrestleMania. A submission victory. Chris Jericho tapped out at WrestleMania, CM Punk. A lot of kudos to Chris Jericho for not being a dick and actually helping out, the stars of today and tomorrow. That being said, he lost a career-threatening match to Dolph Ziggler. One of my favorite matches of all time in both cases. You can't say that about a lot of generation superstars. So I'm glad and I'm happy that Chris Jericho is, nice and caring enough about the industry to do that. That being said, the results of Fandango versus Y2J, I have no clue. I do predict that Chris Jericho will pick up the victory because I don't see him losing, of all people. No offense, because, like I said, I do think they could steal the show. I don't see him losing to Fandango at WrestleMania in Fandango's debut match. Granted, do a lot for his character, but he doesn't need that victory. You got to think about it. Even after WrestleMania, what's the next pay-per-view? We have Extreme Rules. If they go at it again there, that'd be a perfect opportunity for Fandango to pick up the win against Jericho. I think after this last year, like I was saying about Chris Jericho's career, I think he deserves a win at a big pay-per-view. Why not? Why not WrestleMania? Why not against Fandango? It'd be great. And they could go on from there. Still do a lot for Fandango's character, debuting at WrestleMania and debuting against one of the all-time greatest, Chris Jericho. Everybody wins. Nobody loses. Moving on, we have Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston for the tag team titles. Let me start off by saying there was a thrown together segment with Caitlyn and AJ Lee that I did see, where AJ ended up awesomely throwing a Caitlyn into a sink, I believe, in the backstage area. So, and bear in mind, I said this is before the Go Home show, in which I'm filming this. I see them maybe doing a 6-man winner takes all match with Caitlyn with Team Hell No and AJ, of course, with Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston for the women's, the Divas Championship, rather, I should say, all on the line together. I think that'd be pretty awesome. It'd be a little bit of a cop-out of not having a singles Divas match at WrestleMania. But, I mean, it's okay. Caitlyn and AJ, well, Caitlyn too, but AJ's amazing. And she's had as big a year this year as Kane, arguably Kane, equally at least as good as Daniel Bryan, and up there with CM Punk's year. No diva has been more relevant that I can think of in many years than AJ. She deserves the spotlight. She deserves to win the title. Maybe it'll happen at WrestleMania. Maybe it'll be a 6-man winner-take-all match for the titles. I'd love to see it. Results. Let's say that's not the case. Let's just say it's tag versus tag. Dolph Ziggler, Big E Langston versus Team Hell No for the WWE Tag Team titles. I definitely see, and I see no circumstance where Team Hell No drops the titles. I mean, it's very possible, don't get me wrong, and do not take me wrong here. Dolph Ziggler is one of my very top favorites. Right now, it's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and then Dolph Ziggler. And right now, it's a toss-up between DZ and D-Bry. They're both amazing, and they've been having amazing matches against each other, too. But I don't see it doing too much for Dolph Ziggler and the crew if they win the tag titles, especially seeing he's Mr. Money in the Bank anyway. A lot of people think, well, that's one reason he has to win. Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if he was a tag title holder and the World Heavyweight Champion on SmackDown at the same time. Very rarely happens. But then what do you get? You have an empty tag team run for Big E Langston. Well, that'd mean a lot for Big E Langston. But for Dolph Ziggler, in which he'd have to drop it soon anyway. And then who's it really hurt? Team Hell No. And they should be rewarded for the year they've had. Kane and Daniel Bryan this year have single-handedly brought new life into the tag team division. And anybody who disagrees, I'm sorry, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, they're the greatest thing to happen in many years. They deserve that spotlight, absolutely. I don't get me wrong, they should lose the titles. Not at WrestleMania. And definitely not to Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. There's plenty of other tag teams out there. Hell, we have 2 legit tag teams that I talked about in the first match. Team Rhodes Scholars, who would be awesome as tag team champions because I actually see them as a tag team. Or Tons of Funk. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of lame, but at least they're making an effort for them to be a tag team. But in any case, I mean, you have the Usos, the Colognes. I know I'm forgetting people right now, but you get the point. There's other teams out there for it. Deserve it more. I'm predicting Team Hell No pick up the victory. And if it does end up being a 6-man winner-take-all, Team Hell No and Caitlyn. Then AJ could win it. Probably Extreme Rules. That'd fit her character. Yeah, there we go. Moving on next. I'm going to say Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger for the World Heavyweight Championship. I am so excited for this match. Again, we have another superstar, top tier superstar in Alberto Del Rio that just recently turned face. I like it. It has officially made me pay attention to him by far, but I'm buying it. I'm still not a huge fan. It's definitely better for his career to be a fan favorite, especially at this time. But Jack Swagger has come back. He looks great. He's even arguably better in the ring. And my God, guys, how great is Dirty Dutch Mantel as Zeb Coulter? His xenophobic Tea Party manager. It's amazing. I'm all in the camp of Swagger and Coulter in this one. I think it's going to come down to, and they haven't really built it like this, but I completely see it becoming a cross-arm breaker versus Patriot lock submission fight to the finish. That'd be pretty cool. Still to this day, even with people like Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, who do submission moves, still don't see a whole lot of it. So that'd be a nice focus on their match. My predictions, this is going to be an interesting one. Very interesting. Arguably the most toss-up match of the night. But I'm going to say that it's tough, I know. I'm predicting Jack Swagger is going to pick up the victory and win the title. And 3 seconds later, Dolph Ziggler's music hits in. Runs to the ring, cashes in his Money in the Bank, somehow picks up the victory. I hope with an awesome Shawn Michaels super kick, and takes the title immediately from Swagger. It'd be perfect. It'd make the most sense, especially seeing these past few months leading up to WrestleMania. We've seen a lot of Alberto Del Rio as world champion versus Dolph Ziggler as Mr. Money in the Bank. I think it has to settle for a while before they do that again. They put on hella matches, but it's too fresh. I don't think it'd go over too well. But if Swagger wins, takes the title, then you have him being booed the hell out of that crowd, and then Dolph Ziggler, who everyone loves because everyone knows how great he is, even though he is a heel, comes in, takes the title from an already heel character in a New York crowd, mind you, one of the best crowds there is. Everybody wins. It's going to be a great situation. And to be honest, this would fit perfectly story-wise. I see it becoming, they were both, talents under Vicky Guerrero's leadership for a while, if you guys remember that. And that'd be a great rivalry setup. Dolph Ziggler does something like, "I've always been better than you." Something easy like that. And Jack Swagger, comes in and has Zeb Coulter on his side. Perfect. This is the best outcome, I think. They go into Extreme Rules, maybe even have a several month-long rivalry. Be fantastic. You could turn either one of them fan favorite at the drop of a dime, and it'd make perfect sense to go against the other. What's not to love about this outcome? Dolph Ziggler gets a lengthy world title run, which he's deserved for many, many years. It's great. And Dolph Ziggler's always about, doing what's never been done before. Cash in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. That's the show-off way. Let's make it happen. Moving on. We have Ryback versus Mark Henry. I'm really digging this match. I'm a big fan of Mark Henry. Always have been. A lot of people don't like him. That's cool. If nothing else, you got to respect that he's one of the few remaining Attitude Era superstars. There's very few of them left. Maybe Christian, Kane, Undertaker, The Rock. Very few. Booker T. There's very few of them. You better hold on to them while you still can. Only a few short years left. But even with that being the case, he's legit still a hard ass. He can go in there. Everyone knows he's not the best wrestler, but he's strong and he knows his role in the company, and he never does something that he shouldn't try. He's a safe person to work with. He knows the business. He'd be a great opponent, especially for someone like Ryback. What's not to love about Ryback? Big fan of him. He can definitely use some work, of course, just like anybody, but this would be the the perfect match. Actually, I take that back. I think the perfect matchup for him would have been versus Big Show, and his WrestleMania moment being shell-shocking Big Show. That'd be awesome. Didn't happen that way, unfortunately. Mark Henry I've thought about it, and I've seen the lead up, including the weightlifting contest on SmackDown, which was fantastic. Probably the best part so far. I'm like, yes, this needs to happen. So, I'm really digging this match. I'm fully expecting, and I see there's 0% chance that Ryback does not pick up the victory here. And a lot of people, I think that's the consensus too, but I think the case everyone's talking about is, well, does he shell shock him? Of course he's going to shell shock him. why would the match even happen if that's not going to be the case? He's going to do it. He's going to do it well. Ryback is a smart competitor. He knows the business a lot more than people think, and he's a smart guy. So he's gonna put the work in to make sure he doesn't botch it. That's gonna be his WrestleMania moment. I don't expect to see a whole lot of outside, fighting or something like that in this match. I'm sure there's going to be a rollout to the ring and some stalling for some time. But I don't think we're going to see any rams into the side post, the guardrail, the announcing table. I think it's going to be maybe a 10-minute match, brutal, followed by Ryback's victory. And man, that'd be amazing. I want to see it happen. Let's go. Come on, Sunday. Next match. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. So far, a great lead-up. Great storytelling between the two guys, between the setups, the vignettes for both of them. This is a sequel to their SummerSlam match, and I was not happy to hear this at the beginning, to be honest with you. Being the case with Rock and Cena 2 being a rerun. At the time when I heard it, there was talk of Jericho versus Ziggler again at WrestleMania. And I was like, oh, come on, really? WrestleMania Rewind? No, I'm not digging it. But you can clearly tell this time around it's two different. It's a different Triple H. It's a different, not Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry, I always got the show off on my mind. I have him as a ringtone. Yeah, whatever. Different Brock Lesnar entirely. Paul Heyman's been telling the shit out of this story. Triple H and Stephanie. You've seen the New Age Outlaws involved in it. This time, it's no holds barred. Anything goes. I would have definitely, like everyone else, liked to seen a Hell in a Cell stipulation. Triple H, great win-loss record in the match itself, probably only seconded to the Undertaker. A lot of people would say he's even better than Undertaker in that match. But on top of that, you have Brock Lesnar. That's cool, man. I made my career fighting in a cage. Shit could have got real quick. But in any case, no holds barred. It's gonna be an awesome fight to watch. I expect this to be the ECW of matches. There's going to be weapons. There's going to maybe fire. Fuck, who knows? It's Brock Lesnar and Triple H round 2 with the stakes even higher. There's going to be a lot of hardcore damage done in this match. There's going to be more blood. Definitely going to be some weapons, chairs, maybe a kendo stick. I kind of see it. You can kind of fit that in with Brock Lesnar's martial arts career. But in any case, I heard a rumor, and bear in mind, like I said it, I'll say it again, this is before the Go Home show when I taped this, but I heard a rumor that my man, my favorite of all time, HBK, is going to be in the corner of Triple H. That'd be awesome. But, it's just icing on the cake. I think everyone knew the moment this was officially announced that Triple H was going to win this time. But I fully expect HBK, of course, to get involved. Then I definitely, and I would bet money that New Age Outlaws come out and get involved also. Stephanie, maybe we see her, but she's not going to do anything. Same for Vince. He may come in at the end, start crying, and give him a big hug. Triple H will not lose this match. There is 0% chance of it. He will not retire. And I knew for certain he was going to take this victory a few weeks ago when Paul Heyman put the stipulation as, if Brock Lesnar wins, your career is on the line. It's not going to happen. Maybe his in-ring career, but the dude is legit part of the company, the corporate company. What is he like? Head talent relations, something like that? No. In any case, Triple H wins. It's going to be a brutal, awesome match. Love Brock Lesnar. Love the game. Who doesn't? My favorite HBK is going to be there. I'm calling it New Age Outlaws are going to get involved. They're going to be there. Paul Heyman's going to get his ass whooped, without a doubt. I'll put money on that too. It's going to be an awesome match to watch. This is going to be the one. Everyone has their beers in hand, came to see a fight. That's what it's going to be. Moving on. We have 2 more matches. We have The Undertaker versus my man, CM Punk. When they first announced this match, I was like, really? I mean, come on. CM Punk's last amazing 2-year streak. Well over a year as champion, mind you. And then he's going to get to lose to Undertaker. Did not dig it at all. But then they made this match interesting. With Paul Barrett dying, rest in peace, of course. But, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's too much. He would have liked that. He would have liked that his legacy goes on, especially for The Undertaker or Kane, someone like that, even Mankind. Anyway, in any case, he would have liked to know that people were thinking about him and he was still a part of something bigger. So, great storytelling with CM Punk in the urn, of course, being just a royal dick, of course. CM Punk, man. Anyways, and Undertaker, I'm not as excited to see the Undertaker aspect of this match as I am the CM Punk. Of course, I'm a big CM Punk mark, but you see what I'm saying. CM Punk's going to do more in this match than Undertaker ever could. Without a doubt. Actually, I take that back. Before Paul Bearer, died, and they put it in the story, I absolutely knew that CM Punk was going to break the streak. I was like, oh my god, 434-day WWE title run. Best in the world, been on top for 2 years now. He's going to break the streak. They're going to give him this honor. Then he's going to take some time off. This is going to be his justification. But when Paul Bearer died, I knew immediately, well, shit. Undertaker can't lose now. But even that being the case, I'm going to wrap this one up because it's going to be pretty clean cut. CM Punk's going to carry the match. He's going to steal the show. Undertaker's going to be fine. He's going to be great, actually. I'm not going to see anything new from Undertaker, though, and I think the last time we're going to see him outperform himself was last year against Triple H and HBK. So, CM Punk, man, there you go. You're going to have one hell of a night regardless. Undertaker wins, but it's going to be one hell of a match to watch. And now for the main event. What's carrying the show? The Rock versus John Cena for the WWE title. The Rock took the WWE Championship from CM Punk at the Royal Rumble back at the end of January. Great match. Then they followed it up with Extreme Elimination Chamber, and that was a great match too. We actually saw for the first time the Shield beat down The Rock during that era, and that was fantastic. They did a lot for their characters, a lot for their future, and that was all its own. That was a topic all its own. But now The Rock goes into the WrestleMania 29 main event as the WWE Champion with a new title, new era. Beautiful title, by the way. Best one ever, by far. And I predict everyone who holds it from this point on is going to change the side plates to their own personal logo, which is the way it should be. Leave the WWE logo up. Everyone knows that's the top prize in sports entertainment today. What a way to show it too. Everyone knows, go big. But it's going to be a great match. John Cena's got this redemption storyline, which works for him better than anyone else in the world could, actually. This one's a toss-up, guys. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I really don't know. I would like to see The Rock win again. Big Rock fan, especially over Cena. I don't know if it's going to happen though. There's a lot that could happen in this match, especially seeing that The Rock's officially been signed on for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Maybe he drops it then to Cena. Maybe he gets a second WrestleMania victory in a row. That's what I'd like to see. And I know I'm in the minority here, but I would love to see Rock versus Cena 3. And of course, Cena could have the third victory. What a better way. They're wanting to build this redemption storyline for John Cena. What better redemption would it be to go in as the underdog for the third time for the WWE Championship, whatever have you, and then take the victory? Last time they meet, what a send-off. Not a send-off, but, a send-off to the rivalry, to the matches anyway. That'd be great. Give them the third and final victory. Bravo. Both have victories over each other. Both of them go many, many places with that in their careers. They both claim the victory. That's how it should be. However, is that how it's going to go? Don't know. I'm completely lost on this one. I would like to see The Rock win. I think even way more so this year, Cena has a better chance. I say it's 50-50, man. I say it's 50-50. The Rock's had a lot more involvement this year since he came back. Much more than 2011, more than 2012, more than both put together. And after he performs at Extreme Rules, that's going to be 4 pay-per-views this year he's performed at. There are some main roster talents that don't perform that now. And The Rock, who's getting so much heat from a lot of people about being a part-timer, and in the main event bracket, of course, which he is, but that being the case, he performs at 4 pay-per-views, the 4 biggest: Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and then followed up with Extreme Rules. That area of WrestleMania season, major props to him, man. The Rock is not doing this for money. Brock Lesnar may be the part-timer doing it for the money. The Rock is doing this for his fans. And it's pretty clear, especially this year when he's putting so much time in. If he does win, he will drop it at Extreme Rules. Let me put it that way. If he does drop it at WrestleMania, there's going to be a rematch. Yeah, there's going to be a rematch at Extreme Rules, but I don't see what purpose that would serve, because that would detract from their third main event, main caliber WrestleMania season match. I'm in the dark on this one, guys. I wish I could give you something definitive to take in for my prediction. I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, the people's champ stays the people's champ. That's what I hope to see. Will it happen? We'll see Sunday. Let me know what you think, though. And yeah, moving on. I know I forgot a big match, and I didn't so much forget it as much as I left it for the end, even beyond CM Punk and The Rock's matches, because I'm really excited for it. And that is Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show versus The Shield. I'm a big fan of The Shield, all of them individually. Seth Rollins more so than any of the other two. Don't get me wrong, Roman Reigns is fantastic. He's blood of The Rock and the Usos and all that. He's got a great look. He's very talented. He's great on the mic, Big, athletic, big guy, Samoan guy. Being awesome on the mic. I wouldn't have guessed it. I thought that'd clearly be his weakness, but he's great. He's great. Dean Ambrose, a lot of people, especially indie fans like me, have been praising his work. He's great. He's, main caliber superstar. He's one of the best. But I'm a Seth Rollins guy. He's got the look. He's got by far the best wrestling talent of the three. I think he's the X factor of the three. But in any case, Seth Rollins being my favorite. I'm so excited to see this match. There are so many possibilities in it. It has as much to do, in my opinion, with the overwhelming majority of the WWE, as a business, as a brand, has equal importance as Dolph Ziggler possibly cashed in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, and Rock versus Cena too. It has that much importance, and there's a lot of factors for that. One being the Shield themselves. They've got a humongous push. I mean, hell, they've won, three or four matches that they've been sanctioned. The first one at TLC versus Team Hell No and Ryback. They beat the tag team champions and Ryback, who's been a rising star since September. Main caliber guy, all three of them actually. Then, Elimination Chamber. They actually went against the team of Sheamus, Ryback, and led by John Cena at Elimination Chamber, mind you. The last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, John Cena, the poster boy, getting ready to go against The Rock for a second time, leading that team of amazing talents, and they beat Sheamus again, they beat Ryback again, and they beat John Cena. Like I said, not only did they beat those three, they beat them on the road to WrestleMania. Then the next night, they took out Ryback, Sheamus, and Chris Jericho. Again, praising Jericho, putting over the younger talent. Thank you, man. Much talent to the other guys, too. But they won that match. And then, a few weeks ago, they beat Zack Ryder. Who else was it? Justin Gabriel, and Khali, or some shit like that. Not high caliber by any means, but we had to see it going into WrestleMania. We had to see them in action again. Clear victory, unstoppable. These guys are. And they're going against Sheamus again, Randy Orton, and Big Show. Big Show just recently turned. I don't know. Did he turn? He's with fucking Orton and Sheamus. Okay, let me put it that way. Shit, fucking Big Show. Anyways, Shield versus those three. It's gonna be a great match. Like I said, Shield, biggest thing right now. And then the big thing on the other team. This whole story of the match is Orton's playing peacekeeper between the world's largest athlete and the hot-blooded Irishman. Really? 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 Randy Orton as a nice peacekeeper? No. The whole story between Big Show and Sheamus, I can't trust you. You can't trust anybody. Clearly, Randy Orton's going to turn heel. This is the most, shot in the face of all wrestling history to me. I see no circumstance, no situation where Randy Orton does not turn on Sheamus in specific and cost them the victory at WrestleMania. Now, I'm not saying he's going to turn out being the leader of the Shield. That's not going to happen. The Shield are their own thing. They are their own unique unit. They don't have a leader. No one's an equal. They're all equals, but that's not the story of them. They're there to bring justice. That's what it is. Randy Orton's just going to turn heel. He's had enough. In what universe is Randy Orton playing a good guy and not lurking in the shadows? No. He's been a fan favorite too long. Not only has he been a fan favorite too long, but he's been, as a fan favorite for 2 years now. Time for a change, and it's going to happen at the biggest stage of them all, for the biggest pop and the biggest shock for most people. Not going to be shock at all to me. He's going to cost Sheamus and Big Show the victory, himself too, but he's not going to care. It's Randy Orton. Then we have a heel Randy Orton leading SmackDown. That opens up so many more doors. Sheamus and Randy Orton, if they have the title after Ziggler, Del Rio, Swagger thing. They put on great matches in 2010, early 2010. They're great rivals. They work great together. They're so similar. Fuck Big Show. you have Del Rio and Orton again, but this time it's completely different because the roles are switched. You could have Ziggler versus Orton, and either one of them could be cheered or booed at any given point. It's swagger. I mean, look at the opportunities here. And then if they put Miz in the SmackDown title hunt, Orton and Miz have history. It'd be great. This is by far the best thing that could happen for Orton. This is by far the best thing that could happen for the Shield. I would like to see them win clean, but I don't think it's going to happen. But in any case, I'm super excited for that match. Equally as Rock and Cena, Dolph, Daniel Bryan, Big E, Langston. It's going to be one hell of a match to watch. It's going to be a great pay-per-view, great lineup. When it comes to pre-show, I don't think we're going to see another match announced. There's 10 right now, 10 I spoke of. I don't think they're going to add an 11th. There's going to be one of them bumped to the pre-show. I hope to God. I love Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, but I hope to God it's them that are bumped to the pre-show. And let Wade and Miz have their WrestleMania moment. Wade deserves it. He needs it, especially after this past which he missed one because of injury. And Miz needs another WrestleMania moment. He's undefeated at WrestleMania. You know, who knows if that can continue. I as a fan, want to see Wade Barrett wrestle The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship more than I want Brodus Clay and Tensai dancing around the ring going against, two great talents. Hopefully that's the pre-show. That's my prediction for the pre-show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know I went a little long. Hope you like the new set. Hope the quality is pretty awesome for you. Expect more videos like this for sure. That was my WrestleMania predictions video. Take care. I want to see yours too. Post a video response. I want to see your predictions. Let me know what's up. Are you going to WrestleMania? That'd be sick. Let me know. Comments below what you agree and disagree on. Till next time.